Okay, Likutei Halachot. We are holding by Krias Shma, Halachot Dalet, safe base. So we said that the two psukim Krias Shma and Baruch Shem Kol they are mesugel to be mevatel, the hirurim of Avera, of Nil. Says so the Torah, there's new neshamas to each one of those who hear. The Rebbe says a big cloud that a person cannot grasp anything the dibur of the tzaddik unless he's actually rectifies his bris first. Then it's merchim b'shleimus, and because the light when it comes from above is a or mole, but it gets formulated, it gets formed according to the kelim of a person. If a person is the moich, if the moich of the person is not b'shleimus, then it's a balagan. The light is formed according to him. It says, "V'zeh b'chinas kriyat Shma bo inosa." This is reading Klein Krishma on time. Shu yisod kol haTorah kula. That's the foundation of the entire Torah. Ki ikar yisod kol haTorah kula. The main foundation of the Torah. Ki emuna hakdosha. That's the heilige emuna. She mitzvahs kriyat Shma. If you're learning Shma, Moshe Kosuv kol mitzvahs lecha emuna. All your mitzvahs are emuna. V'chazal b'achav ha'kuruk. V'midam elachas v'tzadik emunos ha'yichye. There's the tzaddikim said, what are the principles, of emuna? Chavak Kokanovi came and says one principle with tzaddik emunos ha'yichye. Kivral el it is stated in that Torah before that eno shum tfisa b'Torah HaKadoshah. There is no grasping of the Heilige Torah Kim l'kfik tikun habris, according to the formation of the bris. Shu tikun klei hamoichin. This is the rectification of the mentalities. She'az mekabel ha'or b'chinas b'rocho. Then a person receives the light, and the light is formed into a bracha. And a saim chayim. Then it becomes, a rejuvenating potion. It becomes this is tzaddikim will walk in them. The Divrei Torah become the tzaddikim koyach. However, the opposite. When before a person is actually finished, has fixed his bris, he still cannot receive the light, b'chinas bracha. And it's chas v'sholom. Then chas v'chalila deo is Nosson says, if that's the case, that you don't let anybody live. What will everybody do? Most people are not holding in tikkun habris. What is supposed to do? That the very few in any generation that really zechet tikkun habris properly. What is he going to do? Somebody who is not zechet to it, what is he going to do? There's no hope then. Then he cannot receive any kind of advice, any kind of guidance from the Torah, because he blemished in this. And now, what is he going to do? Not only is he not zechet, the Torah becomes to him Savamavis. What is he going to do? Because the light, forms by him exactly the opposite. According to the damage that he has damaged his mentalities, what good does he do when he's going to learn Torah? What is he going to accomplish? Even when you come to the tzaddik, when the tzaddik will reveal to him Torah and Musam, what good it will do to him? It can spoil to him more and more and more. It can ruin it more. Why? Because the way that he grasps things, because his mental faculties are damaged, the way he cares, He cannot grasp what the tzaddik is saying. Like Adrab, it's a little lefech. It's formed to the opposite. Then the bread falls into the hole. I mean, what are you going to do? So what good were all the sages of Am Yisrael that are Isaac all their days, that are busy all their days to rectify Nishmas Yisrael, through the Galus of the Likutei. Veiker Tikkun Nefesh Yisrael Lo Tzame Pgam HaBris. The main kavanah is to get Am Yisrael from that particular pgam. So this is the Kol HaTorah Kula. That's the foundation of the entire Torah. Ve'ech efshar l'saken al derech Torah. How can you rectify using the Torah these nefashos that blemish in the Pgam HaBris, since they don't have any capacity, any possibility, litfas b'dibush l'tzadik, because they cannot grasp what the tzaddik is saying. Adrabah, verkehrt. He said, then it forms in their minds, to the hapech. A lot of different things hidden here. We understood from the Rebbe's holy mouth. For that, the tzaddik many times has to cloak his Torah in many different inyonim. Sometimes the tzaddik cloaks and masks his Torah in stories and in plain talk. Sometimes he cloaks one Torah inside another Torah. הכל באופן שיוכלו גם הפגומים לקבל בדרך נפלא, יסגלוס העצס איך לזכוס ולהתקרב אליו לסבוח במקום שהם שם. To explain this בדרך משל. Okay. Imagine yourself the aids that the Torah gives. Is like an airplane that's flying towards the city, and he gets from the beacon, from the tower, he gets a signal that tells him which direction he's supposed to fly. Okay. I don't know, northwest, degrees, blah, blah, blah. Over there. Okay. Now, this is akin to somebody understanding the aids of the Torah says go this direction. Okay? That's the muscle to this. Now, in the world of flying, you know that there are winds. What happens? The plane is supposed to go to this direction, northwest. Okay? But there's a wind that's blowing from the west. Okay? Yeah. So, if he is going directly towards that city, he's not going to get there. Why? Because as he's going there, the wind is blowing him this way. He's going to come here. He's not going to come to the city. He's going to come here. Okay? So what does he have to do? He has to give direction to the plane and take into account the wind factor, right? So instead of going here, he's supposed to go here. Okay. That with the wind factored in, he's going to get to the city. But derech moshel, the tzaddik is malbish his Torah in such a way that takes into account the pgam of the moichin, that even though the moichin is going to twist the divrei Torah, it accounts for that. So when the diburim is inside in the moich of the person, it brings the tikkun. It's like there's correction in there.
Okay.
But Derech Moshe, just to understand, I said the tzaddik achilichot. What does it help? It helps. It cloaks within the Torah, within this or that, so it bypasses the twistedness. It brings about the tikkun to where it's supposed to go. It's a delivery system that overcomes. It's like when they make an implant or a heart, a heart transplant or something, whatever. The body wants to reject it. That's the natural thing. So they have to give things that will prevent the heart from rejecting the new heart, right? So you have to circumvent the natural mitzias of the patient in order l'toivasei, to put it in. So that's what the Nosei is saying over here. To be continued tomorrow.